glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Clemson Tigers and the Indiana Hoosiers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. I have checked in with the Tigers head coach here pregame, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So Indiana's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll get the transfer rolling with an early carry. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Guys, let's chat a little bit about Clemson. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel like they're being disrespected, and they want to make a point to the entire college football world with a big win today.
Yeah, and you hear it all season, and you see it every year. The teams come out of nowhere, and they feel like they've got a lot of potential, a lot of high-ranked players on this squad, and they're going to put it together, and that they'll get themselves into those rankings.
Throws to the wideout. Fires it incomplete.
Just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
It'll go out of bounds, and we'll see where they mark it. It's going to be right around the 35. They'll try the run. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And here's what you know about Indiana football. They're going to be physical. They're going to be so well coached and disciplined, and they're going to run the football. It was the key ingredient to helping Fernando Mendoza win a Heisman. Like the ability to RPO off of it. So, Palmer, I don't know who the names are going to be throughout the season, but I know they're going to run downhill, no nonsense, and they'll have a guy that they'll hitch their wagon to.
Yeah, everybody talking about losing Mendoza, but Black and Hemby were a big part of that thing, too. I think the offensive line, though, was key to it all. Anytime you have two 1,000-yard rushers, it's because the guys up front are pushing people around, and that was the secret sauce to Indiana's Cinderella run a year ago. So up front, these guys have to continue to dominate. They'll reload the backfield through the portal, through recruiting, but it all starts and stops with the big fellas pushing people around. That's going to be the key for them on offense.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Richard. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy on the ground.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They're going to run it to the right. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air, it's Hoover. Gonna let it fly. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Third down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Indiana! A great catch and run for 6. They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Fielded in the end zone. It's Johnson. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll give it to Johnson. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
He's got the tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Wants to throw it again. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the quarterback knew he wanted to go to his tight end on that play. He's a big physical target, but it was the hit on the play that forced the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Got room to work. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Quickly complete. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, man, that's a frustrating end to that play. And I say that, man, because you need to give me everything you have. Like, I can't run out of bounds. I got a chance to maybe get the first down, lower my shoulder, be physical. My team needs a couple more yards to get the first down, and dude chose to run out of bounds.
Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Swatted away and broken up. A great play there by the DB.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass. Locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to throw again. There's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Soft spot in the middle. He stopped short, and it's 4th down.
Well, this offense is given a lesson right now on how to fight through adversity because 1st and 2nd down was ugly, but they come up with that huge completion to now set up a manageable 4th down opportunity to keep this drive alive.
The Hoosiers take their first time out, and they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Oh, and he missed it. No good. After that miss, still a 7-point game, guys.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Back to throw, it's Hoover. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Here's the handoff. Maybe some room here. Powers through. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front, paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the 2nd level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Zings it complete to the right. A big 3rd down stop by this defense, but they are still in field goal range. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just trot him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Snap it to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
They'll run play action. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Man, how about the offense, man? You run a little play action. I can just tell you, 3rd and long, as a pass rusher, I'm going to get the quarterback. I don't care about the play action. I'm not biting on it, and neither did the defense.
Wants to bring it back. Wide open, and it's a foot race. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
Now, I know that completion isn't a touchdown. It's not a deep play deep down the field, but how about the strong hands by that receiver making that catch? He made that look pretty routine. He had that DB draped all over him and still was able to help this offense get positive yards.
Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab on the left. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Takes a handoff. It's Beebe. He's there to make the stop. Now facing a 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Smashes it between the uprights. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. No, pick 6. He picks it in. Touchdown, Hoosiers. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll bring it out. It's Johnson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive with a pass. On target to the left. There he goes. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12. Clemson calls its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. To the air on first down. Fakes to grab. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. He's looking to throw. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Tigers. Right on the money, and he makes the grab in the end zone.
And the offense had to have a drive. They had to put points on the board. 0 points until this drive. Down in this ball game. Needed to get some momentum. Gonna need a lot more in the second half if they want to win this football game.
And he puts through the extra point. That might be overdoing it, keeping it away from the return man as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. To the air, it's Hoover. Fires left. Picked off. Trying to take it back. At the 30. The 10. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Clemson.
And this is always the fine line as an offense, man. You want to be aggressive. You want to go get more points right before the half. But you can't be careless. You can't make mistakes. And, man, Palmer, that's a big mistake that goes all the way back the other direction.
And give the defense credit, too, because in that 2-minute situation, they're expecting pass. Everybody's got to be on guard. Everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback. He was able to jump the throw. Now he's taking it the distance. He's building the lead for his team. They've got so much momentum now heading into halftime.
First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 1, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's start with Texas taking on the Missouri Tigers.
Sends the offense onto the field. They'll open the second half with a run. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature. They're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
They'll go right back to it. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Might be changing the route. The give to the back. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He's got it again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Under fire. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, I know this offense came out here in the second half hoping to build on their one-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here and let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
They'll field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of... And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat across the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. The play-action fake. On target. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw. He's going to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They weren't able to move it on their last possession, ended up punting it away, but now in a tight game, another opportunity for this offense. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Hoosiers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Looking for a crease. It's Beebe. And he's knocked down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a catch at the 10. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Find some fresh air. Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Brown. And he'll be brought down.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers. And they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of points.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. We reach the end of the period. It's Indiana on top. We take a moment to look at the stats and what has been a tight ball game. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and where's that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Makes the catch, it's Richard. And they're able to get him down.
And that's the beauty of playing zone coverage, man. Everybody has vision on the quarterback. So when he drops to throw and that ball comes out, you should break as soon as his hand separates from the football. He does, sees the running back in the flat, runs up, and makes sure he gets no yards after that catch.
Setting up the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. They'll try to move the chains on this third and long from the 50. From the gun, wants to pass. Pucks it out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
And nothing doing on the ground. This defense having none of it and stopping him on fourth down.
And that's exactly where you want one of your best football players, right in the middle of your defense. And watch that dude hunt, man. Fourth down, and he flies up, finds the football, makes the big play for this defense. He's the guy who they talk to in the headset, and he's the guy who just made the big play.
And he's able to shed one tackle, but still, just a very short gain.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to fire. Got a man. It's Brown. Caught, and he's got room. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play.
They'll have a first down here. Week 0 game that is living up to all the hype and anticipation. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's caught downfield.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
The handoff to Johnson. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Let's it fly. Touchdown, Tigers. Somehow, they got up off the deck, they fought back, and they've tied the game.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
Setting up for the extra point that would put them on top. And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Back to pass, it's Hoover. It's complete.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be throwing to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about...
He lofts one down the sideline. Jump ball, and he's got it. Oh, what a grab.
I love when you back the defense off. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
Clemson calls its second timeout. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it. It's Beebe. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense. Like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
Going to work on second down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Just feeds the running back. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
This is a tough one. A 3rd and long from this part of the field. They can, though, pick up the first down. Using his legs, it's Beebe. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you got to use a timeout right now after that run play. You've got 3 in your back pocket. You can't take them with you. You're losing this game right now. So take all the time you can to make sure that your quarterback and your head coach and play caller are all on the same page.
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. And he got it! And they surge on top here in the final minute. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Got to move quickly here. They need to get it to field goal range. Looking downfield on 1st down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath because in the 4th quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you, and that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Trying to set up the screen. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You've waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out